All right, Algebra 1, we're getting ready for our Chapter 5 test. This is over slope-intercept form and finding equations from a different form to get it into slope-intercept form. So the equation we want in the end is pretty much going to be this every time. Y equals mx plus b. Okay, so these first few problems are all the same. We're trying to get it in y equals mx plus b. So, in this first one, write an equation of the line in slope-intercept form that has a slope of 1/2. So the slope is always m, y-intercept of -3. So y-intercept is always b. So my slope is 1/2. My b value is -3. And so my equation is y equals 1/2 x minus 3. And so when I'm graphing that, I always start with the y-intercept. So I go to my y-axis to -3, which is right here. And then since it's positive 1/2, I always go rise over run, up and to the right for positive, down and to the right for negative. So always to the right after we go rise. So 1 and then right 1, 2. There we are. And you can make more than 1 point if you want, up 1, right 2 again. That's kind of up to you. And there's our line. So on the next one, this one's basically the exact same thing except we don't have to graph it. So slope of -5/2, that's m. What is the slope-intercept form of the equation with a slope of -5/2? Y-intercept, so b of 6. So -5/2 is my slope. B is 6, so y equals -5/2 x plus 6. And there we are. So on this next one, it's really the same thing as our first one, except it's backwards. We have the graph already. Now we have to find the slope-intercept form equation. So again, I'm going to start with my y-intercept. So that's -2, and then I'm going rise over run. So it's up 3, so positive 3/4. And so 3/4 is my m value. Y equals 3/4x minus 2. And there we are. And so the last one here is pretty much the same thing. Except what you need to figure out is which value is your slope and which value is your y-intercept. So in this case, the slope is going to be the thing that's happening more than one time. Okay, so in this case it says he pays a monthly fee of $100 and an extra $15 for every time he golfs. Okay, so for 1 month, I'm only paying $100 one time. But then I'm paying $15 every time I golf. So, in this case, 15 is going to be my slope. 100 is going to be my y-intercept. So y equals 15x, where x is how many times I'm golfing, plus 100. And there we are. So that's basic slope-intercept form. Okay. So this next one is also slope-intercept form, but it doesn't start that way. Okay, so it says write the equation in slope-intercept form, then graph it. Well, I need y by itself. If I want y equals mx plus b, I need y to be by itself here. So we solve for y. So the first thing I need to get rid of is any addition or subtraction. So I need to subtract off that x. So I have 4y equals -3x plus 8. Now notice I didn't put these together. 8 minus 3 is 5, but this has a 3x, so I can't subtract those. And so now I just divide by 4 to everything. And so I get y equals -3/4x, and then 8 divided by 4 is 2. And there's my equation. Okay, I guess I could have put it there, but now I have my slope is -3/4, and my b value is 2. So when I graph it, I'm going to start with my y-intercept of 2, and then down 3. So Negative 3 over 4, I'm going down 1, 2, 3, and always to the right. So down 3, right 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I have a downward slope, which is what we want. There's my line. So there's our first page. So on to the back, for the I do, we have, again, write the equation of a line in slope-intercept form that has a slope of negative 4, but this time we have a point, x1 and y1. So remember, point slope form looks like this, where we have y minus y1, so the y value of our point, equals m, and then x minus x1 in parentheses. So just like y equals mx plus b, we're going to replace everything except for the y and the x. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to go y minus the y value 2 equals negative 4 for m, parentheses x minus the x value, negative 5. So since that is negative minus a negative, that becomes a plus, and now we can go ahead and distribute and solve for y. So y minus 2, negative 4 times x is negative 4x. Negative 4 times 5 is negative 20. And then I add 2 to both sides, and so I get y equals negative 4x minus 18. And so our last one here is the exact same thing, except look what we don't have. This time I had a slope and a point. This time I have 2 points, so I need to find my slope. So a little reminder what slope is. I've got m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So here's my x1 and y1. Here's my x2 and y2. So I'm going to find my slope first. So I've got y2 minus y1 is 4 minus negative 2. And then x2 minus x1 is 2 minus 5. So again, that's plus on top because minus minus. That's 6 over negative 3, which is negative 2. So there is my m value. And now all we have to do is pick one of those 2 numbers, or 2 points. So I always pick the one with the smallest number. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this. So I'm going to go y minus the y value there, 4, equals, slope is negative 2, x minus the x value, 2. And then to finish it out, I go ahead and distribute and solve. So y minus 4 stays there. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4. And then I add 4 to get y by itself. So 4 plus 4 is 8. So we've got y equals negative 2x plus 8. And there's my final answer. Okay. So our last one here is a little story problem. So we've got 2 county fairs with 2 prices. So we've got Frederick County Fair costs $15 and an extra $2.50 per ride. So like we said before, $2.50 per ride means that X is going to go with this one. And then the Montgomery County Fair, $10 and then $3 per ride, which means the X is going to go there. So what we're doing here is trying to determine how many rides you would need to go to both fairs for equal value. So I'm just going to set the 2 equal, where the first county fair is $15 plus $2.50 per ride, so $2.50x. And the other one is $10 plus $3 per ride, so 3x. Okay, and then we go ahead and solve. So I'm going to go ahead and subtract 250x to both sides to make sure my variable is only on one side. So I have 15 equals 10 plus 0.5, 0x. And then I go ahead and get x by itself. So subtract 10 to get 5 equals 0.50x. Divide by 0.50. And if you use your calculator, 5 divided by 0.5 is going to be 10. So x equals 10. 10 what? How many rides? So 10 rides to make the two prices equal. Okay, so if you want to save some money, probably want to go with County Fair in Montgomery, because that one costs $10. Now, if you are going to ride more than 10 rides, then you might want to go to Frederick, because that one's going to cost less in the long run. Okay, so these last two you can cross out, and we're going to have our test over all of that, and good luck studying. Peace.